Hello students, welcome to Soros's classes. In this video, I will be solving a question from IES 2016, paper 3. Now, in this question, we have to define the price elasticity of demand. So, we have to define the price elasticity of demand, which in short is also written as PED. And then interpret when this PED is less than 1, greater than 1 and is equals to 1. So we have to interpret what will happen when PED is one of these three. Now let us start with the definition of price elasticity of demand, or what do we mean by price elasticity of demand. So the price elasticity of demand, it is a measure of degree of change in demand of a commodity to the change in price of that commodity. So the price elasticity of demand, it is percentage ratio between the percentage change in quantity demanded, percentage change in quantity demanded, divided by percentage change in price. Percentage change in price. So this price elasticity of demand, it is a measure of degree of change in demand, that is the change in the quantity demanded of a commodity to the change in price of that commodity, that is the percentage change in the price of the same commodity. And in other words, it can be said that this price elasticity of demand, it is the rate of change in quantity demanded in response to the change in the price. So it is the rate of change in the quantity demanded, or in demand, in response to the change in the price. Change in the price. Now when this price elasticity of demand, it is, if this PED, when this is less than 1, so when the price elasticity of demand, that is PED, when it is less than 1, then it means that the demand is inelastic. So it means that the demand is inelastic. That means that the percentage change in demand between the 2 points is smaller than the percentage change in price. So the percentage change in demand, it is smaller than the percentage change in price. Percentage change in price. For example, suppose the curve is like this. So if the curve is like this, so here if we take 2 points, say this point is our point A and this is our point B. Now from A to B, we can see that the percentage change in demand, which is equals to this part, this is the change in demand and the change in price. So this is the percentage change in price. So as we can see that here the percentage change in demand, it is smaller than the percentage change in price. So here this demand, it is inelastic, that is our price elasticity of demand, it is less than 1. Now when our PED, this is equals to 0, then the demand becomes perfectly inelastic. So then the demand is perfectly inelastic, as the demand does not change at all when the prices change. So the demand does not change when the price changes. So in this situation, that is when the demand will not change no matter how much the price changes, then the price elasticity of demand, it is equals to 0, and we say that in that situation the demand is perfectly inelastic. So when our PED, it is less than 1, we say the demand is inelastic because the percentage change in demand is smaller than the percentage change in price. In particular situation, when our PED, it is equals to 0, then the demand is perfectly inelastic because the demand will not change when the price changes. Now when the PED, it is greater than 1, then the demand is elastic. That means the percentage change in demand, it is larger than the percentage change in price. So the change in demand, percentage change in demand, it is larger than the percentage change in price. For example, suppose an article, its price increased by 10%, then if its demand, it's dropped by 30%, then we say that the demand is elastic. Now if we have this demand price curve like this, so if we take 2 points, suppose we take this point as A and this as B, so here we can see that the percentage change in demand, which is this is a percentage change in demand, and this part is, it is the change in price. As we can see that the change in demand, it is larger than the change in price. So here our demand, it is elastic. So when our price elasticity of demand, it is greater than 1, that means that the demand is elastic, that is the percentage change in demand, it is larger than the percentage change in price. And when this price elasticity of demand, when it is equals to 1, that means that the demand is unit elastic. So that means demand is unit elastic, that is the percentage change in demand is exactly same as the percentage change in price. So percentage change in demand is exactly same as the percentage change in price. For example, in this situation we can see, now here from point A to B, the percentage change in demand, that is this one, it is same as the percentage change in price. That is, so if there is a 10% increase in price, so there would be 10% drop in demand. So if the situation is like this, then we say that the demand is unit elastic, that is the percentage change in demand is exactly same as the percentage change in price. So when this price elasticity of demand it is equals to 1, then the demand is unit elastic. So this is the interpretation of demand when our price elasticity of demand, or PED, is less than 1, greater than 1 and equals to 1.